numerous top 10 hits, he's done loads of superstar collaborations, he's just finished a sellout tour of the USA and now he's back doing a sellout tour of the UK. He managed to find 2 minutes to have a chat with us. So let's do meet Ed Sheeran. Hiya, thanks for taking a break from your very busy schedule to have a chat with me today. You are a touring machine. You've just finished touring America and now you come straight back and you're touring the UK. Do you ever, fancy just catching up on Cora, having a cuppa, taking a bit of time off touring?
I find that I've been on this kind of constant tour for a while, and I had a week off for the first time in June when I got really ill, and I find that whenever I take a break, my body kind of tells me I shouldn't be taking a break, and then I get ill.
Plough forward.
Yeah, so yeah, I tend to get ill when I take breaks, so I just keep going.
Fair enough. And I read you played over 300 gigs one year. Because you wanted to beat however many James Morrison was doing. Is that true or a bit of a Wikipedia lie?
No, it's true. I'm not like overly competitive. I just if he got in his position by doing a lot of gigs, then I'll do the same and double it.
So it doesn't extend to things like you could get violent over Mario Kart or something.
No, not that.
Just for gigs.
Just for gigs.
Okay.
And probably record sales to a point. Yeah.
Well, that's fair enough. It's kind of sensible to have that attitude. Okay, and you carved your own path pretty much into the industry. Did you have a lot of support from your friends and family, or was anyone kind of like, do you know what, just get an office job?
Do you know what was surprising? Like, I thought all along I did have support from my friends and family, because they were all like, yeah, you go for it. And then when it actually happened, when I actually had success, the genuine surprise of everyone was kind of like, I kind of thought, did you actually believe in it from the beginning? Because everyone was like, wow, I never thought that would happen. And I was like, oh. I thought you did.
Who's lying? Supportive lies.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, yeah. So at the time, I was kind of like, it was all working out, and yeah. Now looking back on it, they might not have been agreeing with it that much. But
well, at least they pretended to.
At least they pretended to, yeah.
And what was it like flying out to LA on your own and just hitting the poetry scene?
It was fun. It was fun. Yeah, it was definitely an experience that. It's a story to tell, basically, yeah.
What made you do that?
Change of scenery. Needed a change of scenery.
Just on your own? Mm-hmm. Very impressive, but if you know what you want.
Yeah, go for it.
And you don't just write for yourself. You've written some songs, well, recently for One Direction, the Little Things one. When you're writing things like that, do you write them all, finish them and think, oh, this isn't really for me? Or from the beginning, are you like, do you know what, this would suit them, I'm going to write for them?
Well, that song... They've got 3 tunes of mine over their 2 albums, and all the songs are quite old songs that I haven't used. So it's not a case of writing it and thinking, oh, this isn't for me. It's writing it and then putting my album together and being like, I didn't use these songs. Does anyone else want them? I know that sounds a bit bad, kind of giving them the leftovers.
Wait, it's not one not.
But people seem to like them.
And you've done a lot of collaborations in quite a varied genre of music. Is there anyone on the list, like the dream collaboration left to do?
I don't really know what's possible. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of people I'd like to collaborate with, but I don't know how likely it is at the moment. So I'm going to keep doing my thing and building up the thing that I'm doing, and yeah, once I get to a good place, I'll start reaching out again.
Okay, I have got. Oh wait. Best moment of your career so far? I know there's probably a lot. You've played some massive things and worked with some great people.
I don't know. There's too many to mention. Having a #1 album in the UK, setting up my first tour, doing the Olympics, doing the Jubilee, setting up my first tour in America, going #1 on iTunes in America, and then having a top 5 album there. Yeah, it was all. Everything's been pretty nuts. I've had a good 18 months.
I have got some fan questions for you. Esther wants to know, how much would you charge for guitar lessons? She's fancying some, I think.
I wouldn't charge, but I'd have to find the time.
It's difficult. Duncan wants to know, how did you meet Rupert Grint and how did the Lego House video come about?
It came about, I wanted to have him in a video for ages, just because I've always thought that there's a bit of a similarity there. And yeah, Tom Felton, who plays the Draco Malfoy, tweeted that he was a fan of my music, so we started chatting, and then after a while I was kind of like, yeah, can you ask Rupert if he wants to be in a video? So he did, and Rupert did it for free, which was cool. So yeah, that was fun.
I loved it. It was great. Adam wants to know, can you play any other instruments apart from the guitar?
The first instrument I learnt was drums. No, first rock and roll instruments I learnt was drums. First instrument I learnt was piano. Can't play that anymore. And then I learned the cello. I can't play that anymore. Wish I could. And
How can you forget? Isn't it just like riding a bike?
No, it's definitely not like riding a bike. I don't know. Piano's something, because I didn't learn how to read music. I never learned how to read music. So piano was something that I learned from following people's hands, and now I don't know. I can play one thing. I can play the Pirates of the Caribbean theme tune.
Random choice. And that was just forever. You'll always be able to play that one.
Yeah.
Got it down. This is my favourite one. Jenny wants to know, if you're a pigeon for the day, who would you poo on and why? Obviously a thinker.
Yeah. I can't imagine any of the royal family have ever been pooed on by a pigeon.
It's supposed to be lucky though, isn't it?
Is it?
Apparently so. I wouldn't feel very lucky if
I got
it
pooed on
happened.
by a pigeon once.
Well, was it before the career took off? Maybe it was that pigeon that opened the doors for
It
you?
was before. It wasn't a very lucky day though. I was walking out of my house to go out and meet up with some friends, and I got it on my shoulder, and I was a bit like, well, it's my favourite jumper. A bit weird.
But were you like near your house? You could
Yeah.
go back in. See, it could have been worse. You could have been like where you were supposed to be meeting them.
Have you seen the video on the internet where those kids get loads of Pringles and they mix in laxatives into the Pringles and they feed it to the seagulls, and the seagulls just go wild over the whole beach?
Oh my god, that video sounds awful. Was it like a sunny day as well? I don't think. Well, that would make it worse, obviously.
It was pretty bad.
Oh, where do you get ideas like that?
My old lighting guy James.
Are you going to tell me you made this video?
No, he's subscribed on Facebook to the Lad Bible, which is a Facebook page, and yeah, he gets all of that. So he showed me that on tour, and yeah, although it's cruelty to animals, like it was a funny video to watch.
Sounds hideous. Harriet wants to know, who is your favourite ginger person? Ron Weasley, Sarah Ferguson, or Nicola Roberts from Girls Aloud?
Who's Sarah Ferguson?
The royal one that's kind of disgraced now. Everyone calls her Fergie. She's got the princesses that wore the weird hats to the wedding.
Oh! I did a wedding where those two, Beatrice and Eugenia. Yeah, I did a wedding on like Caribbean island where they were there, and I kind of on the first night we had a massive party, and I didn't really clock that they were royal, and we kind of had a very kind of good time drinking and stuff like that. And the next day, she was like, oh yeah, like, you know, my cousin looks like you and stuff, and I was like, oh well. A lot of people say that they have ginger cousins that look like me and stuff like that, and it turns out her cousin's Prince Harry, and I was a bit like, oh. But yeah, I don't know. I'd probably say Rupert Grint. Yeah, Rupert Grint.
Good choice. Ross wants to know, do you have a Nandos black card? Now, I don't know if these are real. Are they actually... Oh, you're going to get it. Oh, I didn't believe they were real! So you just eat at Nandos for free? Is this what this means? Mm-hmm. Does that mean that you can just take Hal's there as well and everyone just eats for free?
Yeah, you get 5 free meals. 1, 2, 3. That's why it's called a high five card.
That is amazing. Do you use it a lot?
I do actually. I use it for every single gig. I have Nando's after a gig every single day.
And did they just get in touch with you, or did you go in and be like, do you know who I am? I want my Nando's.
No, I made me and the girl that started it. We're just friends, and we hang out in different situations, and yeah.
That is amazing.
I did a gig for them first, and that's how I met her. But she's really sound, really cool.
So you have to go sing in Nando's to get yourself on.
You probably got to sing a gig for Nando's about once a year to kind of maintain it. Yeah.
See, I can't sing, so I'm not going to be able to get myself a Nando's card. Tom wants to know, what's the strangest gift you've ever got from a fan?
Oh, I got this today. This is pretty cool. That's cool.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Zoom in on that.
Can you get that? That is amazing.
It's cool, isn't it? It's a cake.
And how did you get that? Someone just...
It was in here. It was in here when I walked in. Just a box saying for Ed, and I opened it up. And I was
So
like,
do you know who that's from? Are you gonna,
Yeah, I've got the letter and I tweeted it and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Okay, I have one more question for you. Now it's a really big question, really serious. You tour a lot, so you're in different places a lot, away from home, on the road. I think it'd be a good idea for you to have, you know, like a pal, like a buddy in every region. So if you need someone for like Yorkshire or the North East, I am willing to do that job.
Safe.